Got a good first pad practice in. The guys were getting after it pretty good. Pretty physical practice. Guys still installing on those new guys, but you saw a lot of flashes of their abilities, and some of the older guys stepping up and getting back into play. The first day we had some real playing, and wish we had another week. Wish we didn't have to take off right now, but it is what it is. So get some guys healed up hopefully after break and get them back, and some of the guys were out in the beginning of spring, and hope we get some of those guys back. Question?
Jimbo, what is the downside of having 3 practices in that off?
You break the momentum. Now, it depends on what you can get some guys healthy. It gives you that back, but still, when you come back, it's hard to go 10 days without playing football and come back, and then you jump right back in, and you have to because that's just the way it is and the way it falls. But it is what it is.
Jimbo, from a mental toughness standpoint, would you say DeAndre is one of the strongest on the team?
Yeah, I would say that, without a doubt.
Is he at the top? Or?
Oh, he's up there. There's quite a few of them, but he's up there.
When you have a player like that kind of leading your offense, what does that do for the players around him?
Well, when he puts his influence on the other guys, and hopefully that's what he's trying to do and what he's been doing, it makes it hard for them not to play the same way.
Talking about the colored jerseys you're wearing during fourth quarter drills, have you really seen the effort and accountability you were preaching carry over into these first?
Yes, I have. As far as can I complain about our effort and getting things and running and getting the drills and all the things that that those drills create, I can't complain about that in the first 2 practices.
When you come back from the break, will you be back in full pads right now?
Oh yeah, you got to. We'll be right shells, but the same thing. You got one other non-pad day, you got to.
You talked a few times about how with the playoff you think it might devalue some of the other bowl games or how a season might have. Now that we've had 3 years of the playoff, you think that's come to fruition?
I think this was the first year that it wasn't that way. I think this was the first year that it was, I don't know whether they matter, but people enjoyed it. They were great games and people got up. They were great matchups. You know what I mean? I think the Orange Bowl and Rose Bowl and some of those games really, and there's other games. I mean, I know those 2 for sure were really significant games in my opinion.
Do you expect that to continue then, or maybe it's just because they were good games?
I hope so. I mean, for college football, I do. For the game of football and our sport, I really do.
Do you think it was good then for this fan base because they're going to have playoff expectations most years?
Yeah, you got to realize that. I mean, think about. I mean, there was a lot of years, even that year, the 14-year run, that you were 6th, 7th, 8th in the polls and played in the game and end up in the top 4. I mean, that's a significant year. You play rivals and you have success and you win 10 games or more and all that stuff. I mean, you can't. When you start throwing that away, you get in trouble.
With a guy like Ryan Izzo that's played so much football in his career, what does that do for just having him out there with you?
I'm gonna tell you what. Right now, he's playing really. There may be as dependable and reliable players we have on our team right there. I'm telling you, from top to bottom, doing everything right, being a good guy, going to school, doing well, playing hard, practicing hard, meaning well. I mean, he is, and he's really turned into a really good football player.
When that clicks, can you tell it? I mean, is it just?
Oh yeah, you do. Because you get out there and when things happen, you just start doing them and you realize you know what's happening. And when that guy does that, you know how to counter it. You know how to do this. I mean, you just get that feel, and that's the sense I get from him right now.
Do you sense that other teammates are kind of sensing the same thing and using?
Well, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they are. I mean, but we'll see. We pointed out on film.
Have you seen the younger centers kind of handling more playing time now?
It's been interesting. I mean, they've gotten their hands full. I mean, they've done a good job. I mean, we've mixed them in, and they've gotten a lot of run pass stuff and live stuff. And center's an extremely tough place to play because you got to not only it's one of the hardest positions inside because of the way you got block and snap, but then the calls and all the things that go with it. So they've had a pretty good couple days.
Seeing the freshmen in full contact, how the early.
The guys that I know, I'll go back and watch the film and see it says it. But the guys they belong. They belong, that's for sure. I mean, if people say that, but that's about as good a compliment you can get from them. You think about a guy coming out of high school, you're on a team that's as talented, has talent, good players like we have, and to come in and fit in, and you do it. That I mean, to me, is that doesn't happen all the time.
Did Kendo get dinged up?
Yeah, he had a hamstring. He pulled his first day. So hopefully, that's another. So a guy like that, you got the rest of this week off, and hopefully next week, hopefully he'll get back in the practice.
So keep Gavin in the boot.
Yep, turned an ankle yesterday. Just ran a route, and I'm going to tell you what, for a day and a half, he was playing outstanding. I'm talking about fast, strong, running routes, and it's a shame. It's a shame he got hurt, so we'll have to wait and see how his ankle. He ran a route, and Graham just went out, and he just rolled his ankle. I mean, nobody hit him, that was just a route. But he was doing really, really well for the day and a half that he practiced. I mean, looked like we thought he could look.
What have you seen from the other wide receivers the last couple of days, I guess?
I mean, same stuff. I mean, we're working hard, running routes, trying to get better.